me just de-steam myself. Well, welcome back everybody in YouTube land. I hope everybody's fine on this Sunday morning, or whatever morning it is for you, or afternoon or evening. I hope you're well. So we're out today doing a full run with the new camera. As you can see down here, I've got the DJI camera mounted to the handlebars. I've also got the DJI wireless mic 2 linked to it, so I'm hoping I'm going to get some good audio to that camera. But I'm also recording direct to the DJI mic 2, so it's all new. So we're just out and about having a nice gentle run today. I don't know where we're going. This is Horton. There's the Rail Oak pub. This is Preston Old Road, Waltleydale, the A675 to Preston. And yeah, past some nice little places through here. We've got yeah, lead you around to the A6. Oh yeah, it's a tad chilly today. I've got my liners back in my gear. Well, I'm saying liners, I just got my fleece on and some long johns. Because like a numpty, I can't find my liners for my pants because I've never used them for years, so I'll probably binned them. So yeah, down here. Over here to the right hand side, Horton Towers, where in April they do like a sprint race up the tower. They have all the motorbikes there and it's called the Horton Sprint. So yeah, they advertise on Facebook and that. It's nice if it's a dry day, you get some good old classic two-strokes and everything like that racing up to Horton Towers there, so it's a nice day out. Yeah, what's been happening? Well, we haven't been out for a week or two. Just not really been the weather, you know. And so yeah, it is one of them. Back out, it's a dry day. Well, dry-ish. Roads are a bit damp, a bit moist. Yeah, we're just going out enjoying the autumn weather as the leaves have started to turn on the trees now, so she'll get some nice views. Hoping to find somewhere and get the drone up. I've got a couple of new drones that I want to have a play with. I've got the Neo and I picked up a Mini 2. I mean, everybody goes on and watch reviews and they go on about film footage and how brilliant it is. It's 4K and you know, it's got 60 frames, 120 frames. It's like, really? For YouTube? You know, you can record it in 4K, but as soon as you put it up to YouTube, they rip it down to 1080p. So all that space and time editing it is just pointless. So 1080p, 30 frames, that does me. That's what I'm recording, and it just makes life easier. You know. So we'll see what happens. It's a little bit overcast, a bit grey but dry. And yeah, I haven't been down this road for a long while. And yeah, it's one of them roads that you just come down. It's not a, it's a A to B road, and it's an A road. We've got some horses there. We'll just crawl past nice and quietly. There we go, nice and quiet, nice and slow. Anyway, so what's been happening? What's been happening, old Mr. Bandit? Old man on a bandit. Over the past few weeks, we've had quite just usual run-of-the-mill bikes in at the unit. But this last week, you know the saying, you want, you know, a 30-minute job, you're one snap bolt away from a whole world of pain. Well, that bike showed up on Thursday last week. A ZXi12, ZXi12, you know one. Anyway, came in, wanted head bearings and foot rebuild, and changed some front and rear pads. Okay, it's a good day's work, that, you know, it's a good day's work, but it's doable. Okay, so we get to it, but you know, I mean, I don't know any mechanics out there or anybody that's got any skills, but you look at the bike and you just go, yeah, that's, yeah. Well, as soon as it came in and I went to drag it round for Tim to the workshop, I looked at it and I just thought, yeah, this is not going to be good. I don't know, I just got that feeling. Call it old man on a ban intuition. Anyway, we took it in, got it into the workshop, got it ready. Anyway, we come to take the top yoke bolt out. You know, the big nut on top of the top yoke that holds it on. Yeah. So normally they're anywhere 70, 80, 90 Newton meters depending on the bike. Well, this bike is 78 Newton meters, it's supposed to be. So we thought, right, okay. And we got the tool out to do the job. And Tim's a strong lad. If you've ever seen Tim, you know, he's a bit of a strong lad, is our Tim. He's the muscle. So he gets on and he's turning red in the face, and I'm thinking, oh dear, this is tight. So then we get we can't put heat on it because it has plastic tank covering, and even if you take the tank covering, you've got the petrol tank there, and the top yoke's a carbon fibre thing on it, so it's going to cause a lot more damage. So we had penetration spray and lubrication spray. So then we got the big bar out. Say big. It's we call it Bertie breaker, Bertie the breaker, and we got him out. Now he'll crack anything off. We've taken what do you call them? The big nuts that hold the wheels on, 230 Newton meters on the back of I think it were a KTM. You know, this breaker bar, poof, not a problem, spat it off. Anyway, we got the breaker bar onto this top yoke nut. No, and he's pushing, and he's pushing, and he's pulling, and he's thrutching, and he's driving, and eventually, we knew it weren't going to come off when you start to get a flex on the breaker bar. Now this thing's like steel, chromium, a proper breaker bar. When that starts to bend, you know something's going to snap. So then we had to then inform, oh, can't go that way, I'm going to have to go this way. Okay. Anyway, so we had to inform the customer, we can't do your head bearings as it's just, whoever's put that on, it's unbelievably bad. So it was a case of, right, okay, looks like we're going through Preston. Anyway, morning. Yeah, so back to my tale. So we got about, no, ring the customer up, tell him this is, we're not prepared to do this. You know, if that top York nut snaps, it's, you know, it's a world of pain. So we informed the customer, and he said, right, okay, you've tried your best, I'll give it the best shot we can. So it is what it is. We can't do it. You know, there's just jobs you go, it's not worth doing. It's going to cause too much trouble. Slow down. So yeah. So we didn't do that. Right, now we need to rebuild the forks. Okay. So the forks on this bike are USD, upside down forks. So we pulls the forks off, looks at them. The stanchions are pitted, the chrome is peeling off, so therefore you can't put new fork seals on pitted and damaged stanchions. It's just going to leak, you know, and we've fitted them for you, put them back on, and then you're coming back 2 minutes later, my forks are leaking. Yeah, well, your stanchions are goosed. Anyway, so we looked at this and we said, right, okay, we looked, there is nowhere on the internet to get another set of forks. So we could get new stanchions, but you've got to remove the bottom fork mounts from the stanchions. Guess what? They were seized in place. So we've now got a bike on the ramp that should have took us 3/4 of a day to do. Is now on the ramp with no front end on. The forks have gone away to an engineering company to be drilled out and separated. And yeah, so definitely one of them jobs where you go, yeah, if I'd have known then what I know now, you wouldn't touch them. I said, you know, we should bring them in and have a look at them before we do agree to stuff like that. But 99% of the jobs we do like that are all straightforward. You know, it just goes, it just works. But this one, no, it wasn't for having it. So that was that one. So that's parked up on the ramp, waiting to be fettled. So then what else were there? So the day, that was Thursday. Tim was rather naffed off and he hadn't been to the gym, so he was Mr. Angry. So that was Thursday, taken care of. Friday, now we thought we were going to have a really bad day Friday. We thought Friday was going to be the worst day. What did we have Friday? We had a bike to collect to put a new ignition system in, and then we had a service. Oh, you want to make your mind up, mate, which lane you want to be in. So yeah, service on the bike, replace the ignition, and I think it was chain and sprocket and something else on the bike, and that went really well. Friday was like, wow, that was a dream. That was so easy. Happy days. So yeah, Saturday, front tyre on a Harley. Thought he had a puncture, but we checked it. His rims are chrome on the inside, and the chrome's all pitting. So we tried to seal it and checked it, and yeah, it's just the tyres that, just the wheels really that are a bit goosed. Nothing you can do. So I told him really, he's gonna, anyway, he's parking it up because I said to him, I said, get the tyre sealant. Now you've got a bike, any motorbike, a tubed possibly, but definitely tubeless. If you have a tyre that you know you've just got a leaky rim, it just leaks, then you want to look for a product called Bike Seal. It's not like your typical green snot that you get. It's got Kevlar and fibres and all sorts of stuff mixed into it, and it's safe for bikes with tyre pressure monitors on it. I've been in touch with the guy. It's really good stuff. It worked, and what it does, it seals all the leaky rims. So your rims are leaking. It's for punctures, so if you get a puncture, you're supposed to be able just to pull it out and it'll seal it. I've never really had that happen to me, but my Bandit Lisa Jane, she used to have a leaky rim before I had them repowder coated, and I used that stuff, and that way it stopped it. You know, it was really good stuff. So yeah, called Bike Seal. Just a tip for you if you need some. It's not the green snot, because that green snotty stuff, it doesn't work. It's just slime, you know. So yeah, so we kind of cleaned it up and sorted it out for the best we could, and did what we had to do. So then, what were the next thing? Oh, a couple of services, just minor services, oil and oil filters, and clean chain up, tyre pressures, and yada yada yada, on a couple of bikes. So nice Saturday morning. So yeah, everything was good there. Yeah, we're still busy at the unit, and which is good. Tim's still got a couple of, oh, 1, 2, 3 bikes for his video channel to do. So yeah, that's as much of what's happening at the unit. We're just come through Preston there. This is the old A6 on the way to Gorstang. So it looks like we're heading towards Gorstang, but who knows, I might turn off, because I'm like that, you know, I just so yeah, for all those that are interested, but if you're from around Lancashire, you know, this area, if you're going to do your advance with SLAM, South Lakes Advanced Motorcyclist, off one of these roads, which we just passed, there's a school, and that's where you do your slow manoeuvring. Really good course that. You do a weekend one Sunday, part of it is you to do the slow manoeuvring, where they make you ride round cones and through cones, and you know, at slow speed, so it gives you confidence to ride at slow speed. So yeah, up here, this traffic lights, turn right, you go to Preston Hospital, Royal Preston Hospital. Yeah, I used to go there a time or two when I were a blood biker. So yeah, that's what's been going on at the unit. What else has been happening? Oh, I've been watching loads and loads and loads of videos about settings for cameras and settings for drones and this, that and the other. And they've kind of gone, I just need to get out and see what works. Take their advice and just see what works. You know, what works for you might not work for me. So we'll have to see. So I'm going to hopefully see what this footage is like from the DJ here. It's supposed to got image stabilisation on it. We'll see what happens. That's a bit of a peeve of mine, you know. You can reverse out onto a main road, which technically you're not supposed to do. The highway code says do not reverse out onto a main road. Why can't you reverse off the main road up your bleeding drive? It'd be far safer for you when you're coming out of a morning, rather than putting it to look to back out onto a main road. Yeah. So it's kind of, I don't know. They don't think. So, yeah. We're just coming down here now. We're still on the A6, still heading towards Gorstown. This is the M6 junction. It's not the M6, the M56. I can never get the Blackpool one right. Anyway, the road that leads to Blackpool. You got that one. If you notice, I found my screen for my sat-nav. It's supposed to be a shade of some description. Not that we've had much sunshine in this country over the past few months. It's not been sunshining at all. But I found it and I thought, oh well, put it back on. One of them things, isn't it? You're looking for something else and you find everything else that you don't need. Oh, it's definitely a bit chilly, if I may say so myself. So yeah, what else has been going on? I've had no videos up recently, but I've had a few new subscribers to my channel. So welcome everybody. Welcome to Old Man and the Bandit. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. And I hope you're obviously enjoying it because you subscribed. And hopefully with the new cameras we'll get some different footage, you know. So yeah, thank you very much for everybody that subscribed. And yeah, it's turning out, it's cold, don't get me wrong, it is a bit chilly. But hopefully my good lady, my wife, can check out our new thermal lining on a jacket with a new jacket that we bought like 3 weeks ago. And hopefully it's keeping it nice and warm, which is good. So yes, what else? What else can I say? Yeah, turn up the new camera. Oh, Sean, there we go. I've got a new bit of something to ramble on about. About 2 weeks ago, Sean came in. I think did I mention it at the beginning of the video? No, I don't think I did. Anyway. If I did, I'll cut it out. So yeah, Sean, UK biker, one of the lads, he's a customer of ours. He also has a YouTube channel. Young lad, he rides thousands of miles, you know. He's out 7 days a week, he commutes on it, and he uses it for pleasure as well. Anyway, he has, I always get it wrong, Tracer 900, and he regular maintains it, gets it serviced regular, tyres, chain and sprockets, all that good stuff. Anyway, I brought it down about 2 weeks ago now. Now bearing in mind we are busy, so we can't just drop everything and start working on anybody's bike that turns up. We, you know, customers, they've waited in line, so you know, yeah, you can't ride your bike, but we'll squeeze it into the garage to store it for you until we can work on it, that type of thing. Anyway, we explained this to Sean. He knows us, you know, he knows what we're like. So he brought it in, and it was leaking oil from the left hand side around the front sprocket area, the output shaft area. So, and it was quite bad. It was down, and it was, you know, on the linkages, and it was getting quite bad. So he was asking, as you all do, as everybody asks when you go, what do you think it is and how much will it be? Well, I had a quick look, a preliminary look. I took the sprocket cover off, and you know, from what I could see, it was definitely coming from the output shaft area. So I said, you're looking at an output shaft oil seal that's gone. We won't know until we get your chain and sprocket off fully, but best case scenario, you're looking at an output shaft oil seal. Worst case scenario, you're looking at an output shaft bearing. Now, bearing in mind, to do an output shaft bearing, if I'm correct, you've got to split all the engine down, take it apart, split the gearbox off it to get to the output shaft, to knock the bearings out. You know, it's not simple as like doing a wheel bearing or something like that. It's a massive job. It's like basically an engine rebuild. So if it's anything like that, you can end up, it's cheaper just to buy a second-hand engine, a decent second-hand engine, than it would be to replace a bearing. The labour costs alone would be, you know, expensive. So we said, best case scenario, you're looking at an oil seal. Worst case scenario, you're looking at a new engine. Well, he did ask, we're honest, you know, we don't sugarcoat it. It is what it is, mate. You ask me and I'll tell you what I think. So, as we did, we've been working, we've been busy. Anyway, last week we managed to remove the chain and the front sprocket and cleaned up all the area and got it all nice and clean, fired the bike up, set it off running, went through the gears on it, and yeah, it was the oil seal. We checked the bearing, there were no movement on the output shaft. So we checked it and moved it and pulled it and thrutched it and whatever. So the output shaft seems solid enough. So it was just an oil seal that's gone. So we managed to, or Tim replaced that on Friday, just gone. We've got a new chain and sprocket in for him. That's going on. And he's ordered some new tyres, so they'll be in Tuesday. So all being well and a good wind, we should have the bike ready for Thursday at the latest this week, because apparently he's going away on holiday. So hopefully we'll try and get his bike done for him so he can go away on holiday on his bike. All being well. So yeah, that was Sean, a UK biker. Good lad. And yeah, so that's a guy. Watch a few of his videos. He's good. Makes me laugh sometimes, you know. He's riding his bike and he'll go out upwards to the Lake District or up in Cumbria somewhere, and and then he'll just get off his bike and he goes wandering off up these mountains in his bloody bike gear with his helmet on, and he's, you know, you're like, what? It's so funny just to watch. You think, yeah, I can imagine what everybody's looking like when they go up there. There's, you know, they're all in the hiking gear and, you know, the backpacks, and then they see this, you know, biker walking up this bloody hillside in his bike gear with his helmet on. And you think, what are you doing? Anyway, it's funny. So yeah, and must give a good shout out to Chooch on the Bike in Scotland. Go and follow him, Chooch on the Bike, Scottish bloke, and watching his videos and getting, like, I don't know whether it's just getting using some of his ideas for what he does to his videos and how he does his videos, and trying them out for my own channel as well. He has just got a Insta 360 camera which looks really good, you know. I were a bit unsure, like the fisheye. I'm not a keen, when you see a view from a camera, I don't like the fisheye view, but he seems to have dialed that in, and it gives some really good footage, especially when he's got it on his extension stick, and you can see over the hedges and you can see the beautiful views, because he's from around Scotland. And, you know, any ride in Scotland is absolutely gorgeous, you know, it's fantastic. So to be able to watch some of his videos and try some of his techniques out, you know, yeah, so thanks Chooch for that. Thank you for your tips. I'm the same as you, Chooch. I'm, you know, a rank amateur. I've got all the gear and no bleeding idea, that's me. But I try it, you know, I love to try new things and, you know, see if I can get it to work and see what happens, type of thing. And so yeah, go check him out. Chooch on the Bike, right around Scotland. Got a good sense of humour. But yeah, I've just been mainly watching how-to videos and that type of stuff with cameras and stuff like that. And I don't know. So I've got my helmet camera on as well, but I'm just watching this DJI camera here. I don't know what the footage is going to be like. It looks a bit vibrating. I could be wrong, you know, we'll see what happens. But I like the footage from other YouTubers that use the DJI camera. It's not the 5, it's the 4, the DJI Actual 4. Like me, I'm always late to the party, you know. This came up, DJI Actual 4, good action camera, blah de blah de blah. Yeah, so I went out, bought it, got it all, and then a couple of weeks later they released the DJXU 5 that's like miles better type of thing. Well, I'm not saying miles better, but it's got better features, you know what I mean. If I'd have waited 2 weeks, I'd have probably got the DJXU 5, but I'm happy with the 4 and the Mic 2. So yeah, I've been informed that I'm impatient and I can't wait. Well, that's, you know, strike while the iron's hot, that's me. So yeah, I'm still on the A6, heading towards Gerstein, just past the turning there for Blackpool and Fleetwood. I'm just riding, with no particular place to go. I think it's the best type. Oh, I got a big truck on my arse, he'll be wanting to go. I'm going to get out his way. I know it's 50, it's Sunday and he'll be wanting